Okay, so for the exam on chapter 11, this is exam number 5, we're going to be working on technology. And the funniest thing is that this book is still quite new, but the the technology section is a little bit outdated because technology um, improvements go so far than the books can't catch really on it. We'll start the test with, open the study guide here, with an audio exercise, and then we'll follow with a vocabulary exercise. We change the order a little bit for this test. So for audio, remember you will work on this exercise of contextos, also whatever the super site provides that require practice of audio skills, and of course the section escuchar. Let me try to open it right here in the book, and here you have a few exercises of comprehension. So have a look on those to prepare for the oral audio exercise. In the contextos, you have the vocabulary that is going to come in the next exercise. All the vocabulary is related to technology. You have la pantalla, el reproductor, la computadora. And in the next page, you have a little more vocabulary of this type. The type of exercise you will have in this exam will be a list of definitions of terms, and you will have to complete them with the right word that fits that definition. Now, you will not have a word bank in here, so you need to know very well all the vocabulary words. There's more vocabulary in the next page in relation to cars and gas stations, and this completar is an exercise that represents well the idea that you're gonna have in the exam, the idea of exercise that you're gonna find in the exam. Para poder conducir legalmente necesitas pues una licencia de conducir. So see, you have a definition and then you need to enter the word. Then you'll have the grammar exercises. In grammar, you have, in this chapter, you're going to work on familiar commands. These are verbs that you use to give a command with the form to. So it's familiar. And these are the conjugations. You habla, tú guarda, you talk, you keep, you light the lights, turn on the lights, you come back. So these are the form of the familiar command. Some irregular ones, know them well, please. Ir, ver have the same command, so you will know by context which one you're using. And then the interesting thing about the commands is that they have a positive command, you do it, but a negative command that is a little bit different, you don't do it. So see how it changes a little bit the form of the negative command? You need to learn the two forms. Irregularities in here, and it also explains how to use the objects, because they are used a little bit different in positive and affirmative and negative commands. Good exercises. This is a good one to practice. All these that come with in the book are good, but also I like the recapitulación. The recapitulación are exercises at the end of the chapter that kind of review the forms one more time. For example, this is in page 293, you have one called Ángel y Diablo. And basically what you have to do is they give you a sentence and you need to change the verb to the affirmative command down here or the negative command. So, estoy manejando, ¿voy más rápido? No, no vayas más rápido. O sí, Ve más rápido. You could use the verb to go, or you could even use the verb manejar. No, no manejes más rápido. Sí, maneja más rápido. Es el reproductor de MP3 de mi hermana. ¿Lo pongo en la mochila? No, no lo pongas en la mochila. Sí, ponlo en tu mochila. Necesito estirar las piernas. ¿Doy un paseo? Sí, da un paseo. No, no des un paseo. Mi amigo necesita imprimir algo. ¿Apago la impresora? No, no la apagues o no apagues la impresora. Sí, apaga la impresora. So that's an exercise you want to work on before the exam. Por y para is the second point of grammar you're going to study in this chapter. These are two prepositions that are sometimes a little confusing for English speakers. The main clue in here is that they're going to be working to talk about movement, time of action. And usually para is going to talk about the end of movement, time of action, and por is going to talk about the duration, going through, or the reason. So not so much the result as the process. I don't know if that is clear, but I hope it does. These are more specific uses of por, and these are more specific uses of para. And in many cases, it is grammatically correct to use either por y para in a sentence, which doesn't help much to students, but that's the truth. The meaning of the sentence is different, however, depending on which preposition is used. So many times the speaker can use one or the other, but using one or the other will change the meaning of the sentence. So you need to be ready to express something specific using one or the other, because if you confuse the prepositions, you could make a mistake. This is a good exercise to practice with before the exam. You will have something similar to this. You'll have a little text with blank spots, and you will have to fill them with the right preposition. More exercises in the book and the super site, and you can also go to recapitulación. I believe they have one too. This one in here. This is a good one too. Reciprocal reflexives. This is another pronoun that you're going to study in this chapter. The reciprocal are those plural pronouns that mean to each other, okay? And they're usually used with verbs that can be used in that situation. For example, we help each other, nos ayudamos. We kiss each other, nos besamos. We shake each other's hand, nos damos la mano. Exercises here. Stress possessive adjectives and pronouns. You'll have an exercise on this in the test. Mío, tuyo, suyo, nuestro. You need to study the forms and please read the explanation. And then in the exam, you will find something like, let me see, not like this, although practicing these will be really good to make you strong before the exam. This is a good one to practice with too. And then let's see the recapitulación. This is a good one to practice too. This is similar to what you will find. You will have a sentence, and then you will have an answer with a blank, and in that blank you will have a multiple choice of all the pronouns, and you will have to choose the right one. So something like this. I believe the super site has more exercises of this type for you to practice. So that'll be a good idea. The last part of the exam, like always, will be the questions on videos and text. We have fotonovela. In the fotonovela, we're talking about two machines that need to be fixed. One is this guy's Juan Carlos' car, and the other one is his girlfriend's computer, Maru's computer. So review the video, the summary, exercises after them. En cultura, Oh, that's chapter 11. Sorry, guys. In Cultura, we have a text talking about social media, and my phone is vibrating here. Everything is cool. And text messages and some of the things. For example, I wonder how many words do you know to say headsets? Look, audífonos, auriculares, cascos, a lot of different words to say that, right? That's interesting. More videos. Lectura. This is a joke. It's a joke that you need to read, and hopefully you will understand it. It's the joke of how we're all becoming slaves of our cell phones. Okay? I am a total slave of my cell phone. You just hear it vibrating, and I totally stopped the video to check what was going on. First thing I do in the morning is check my cell phone. So I'm a victim of technology sometimes. I totally admit it. So that's let's see. Cultura is this one. Lectura is this one, no cultura, sorry. El anuncio de Da Vivienda is one of my favorite ones. This is a guy who asked a painter to paint llamas in his car. But llama is a word with a double meaning. Llama means the light of a candle, but it also is the animal, a llama. So you need to see it to understand what the problem is, but it's a really funny one. Flash Cultura, it's about las maravillas de la tecnología, okay? But although it seems like you're gonna start talking about culture in Peru and stuff like that, that's not what you talk about. So you need to see it to see, how they talk about Cuzco in a different way, not so much because of Machu Picchu or anything like that. And then at the end, the panorama, let's see, panorama has a little overview over Argentina, that is this humongous country right at the end of the Americas. Again, if you need help to prepare for the composition or the exam, make sure you talk to me and I'll be happy to help you with whatever you need. Thank you so much and good luck.